Good morning, English 11 Honors. It's Thursday. Thank you for being here today. And today you're going to be sharing with me the question that you would like to research based on what we've read from Into the Wild, and the questions that you've done or things that we've discussed, those lingering questions that you still have, and you can choose anything that you want that's related to the book. And I'm going to show you what I want you to do when you find your sources. So if you've been a student in LSHS, you have a Noodle Tools account, and I'm going to show you how to access that again. So if you don't have the library, the LMC site already bookmarked, you can come to the regular high school website, and then you're going to go to Media Center. Okay, and then you want to go to Research. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you will see Noodle Tools here under the citation section. If you are a new student and you have never had a Noodle Tools account, or if yours it doesn't seem to be working, then you need to come up here to the Noodle Tools student instructions, and I want you to try to set up your account that way. If that still does not work for you, then please email me so that we can figure that out for you. But if you have an account, if you've been a student, then you should have an account, and you can just click on Noodle Tools there. It's going to ask you to sign in with Google. I was already signed in, so, but you'll click sign in with Google, and then it should bring you to this home page where projects is the first tab, and you're going to want to create a new project over here with this. It's green and it has a plus sign. It says new project. So you're just going to type in Into the Wild Research. I'm not doing so well there. Okay, and then you're going to choose MLA. That's the format that we use. And I would like you to pick Advanced. And then you're going to submit that. Oh, yes, mine already exists. But so I'm just going to make this number 2. But yours would just say Into the Wild Research. Okay, so that's going to open a new project for you. And I would like you to type whatever question that you are investigating right there where it says research question. Okay, then when you have gone out, and you can use Google, guys, you don't have to go to a database. If you'd like to use databases, by all means do that. That same research page that we were on, if it's not allowing you to open those things, Tiger is the way that you can get to the passport. Like if you click on the passport and you need to find the other logins and passwords, you're just going to type in, it's either Tiger or Tigers with an S, but it's lowercase. That's how you can get access to the databases. Otherwise, you can Google things and it's totally fine. You just need to be very careful to make sure that you're typing Chris McCandless's name correctly. It has a D, okay? So if your question is about him, make sure you're typing his name correctly. If it's about people going to the Stampede Trail after him or to the bus, you can ask things about that. If it's about his sister, her name is Corrine, like spelled this way. If it's about his parents, if it's about the people he met along the way, Wayne Westerberg, Ronald Franz, his name was changed, but you can still find out things about him. Jan Burris, if you want to know how he died, you have a lot of things to look at. And remember, you can use any multimedia source. So it could be a television program. It could have been an interview, a TED Talk, whatever you want to use. You can also use articles. And I'll tell you, New Yorker Magazine, if those of you who are interested in how Chris died, kind of the details of that, New Yorker Magazine, John Krakauer did 2 other articles since the time he published the book. So that's for some research things for you. So when you find a source, you're going to come to Sources. You're going to come over to the green New Source button with the plus sign. Most of you are going to be getting this from a website of some kind. If it's a database, choose database. But if it's a website, then you get to choose from all these things. What kind of website is this? Okay. Was this a television program you watched? Was it an interview? Is it an online magazine article? or newspaper. So if you were at New York Times or New Yorker Magazine, was it just a web page? There's some other web pages about Chris McCandless. Again, I just want you to be careful. If it's somebody's school project, that's not the source I want you to use. You can look at it, but when you come back with your 2 sources, I want them to be, credible, legitimate news organizations, news sources, okay? So you're gonna, let's just say we had newspaper, so we're gonna click on that, and then you're going to type in the information that you have. Now, if you happen to come across a source that already has a citation, maybe like at the bottom, you can copy and paste right here where it says Quick Cite. You can click that and it gives you a box where you can copy and paste the citation in there without having to fill out that other information, okay? But most of you, that probably won't be the case. And so you're going to have to look at what it's asking you. Sorry, let me go back there really fast. So these different things that it's asking you for, you need to do your best, okay? So if you're looking at the actual article, it should have an author, it should have a title, and then what was the, the container that it was in, container website, like what did you actually, what's up there on the search bar, okay? So noodletools.com would be the container website for this. All right. Your most recent access is that day, so you can always hit today and it fills it for you. So you're going to go through and fill in as much as you can. Okay, and then if you want, you can also take some notes from that source or just write a note to yourself, this talked about whatever, because you're going to explore some different sources, and if that will help remind you what it was about. But you don't have to write an annotation, but you do need to have 2 sources. You have today and tomorrow to find those 2 sources. Okay, so by tomorrow, you should have at least 1 in here. I'm hoping during the class period, but ultimately you're going to have 2 sources for your project. Okay, then I'm going to come back to one that I have done in the past. Okay, so I have my sources, and then eventually I can get a works cited, okay? So if I have print export, then I can do that to my Google Docs, and it is going to create a works cited page for me. So I'm not asking you, like today and tomorrow, you don't have to do this, but you're putting it in there so that it will create a works cited page for you, because once you have your source, you're trying to find the answers for your question in order to type a response, okay? Which is going to be at least a substantial paragraph, guys, because you need to talk about what did the book say about your question and what did your 2 sources say about your question, okay? So I'm not looking for you to be writing pages worth of things, but, probably a half a page, a good chunk, paragraph of what did you find out from your research, okay? And that response will be an assignment that you're going to submit by Sunday night in preparation for our Socratic seminar, our class discussion that we're going to have on Monday, possibly Tuesday. Okay, so one thing I forgot to tell you. Okay, so you are in your projects, okay, back here in Noodle Tools. Okay, you've created your project. Okay, obviously that's not my question, but I would ask a question there. I need you to come down to this sharing and collaboration section where it says project inbox, share with a project inbox. Okay, the blue thing that says share. You need to click on that and you need to type in my name, okay? It's gonna say no record match there, but it will for you. So if you type in WIDA and then the hour that you are in, okay, there are inboxes that are gonna be WIDA hour 4, Into the Wild, WIDA hour 5, WIDA online, if you're in my online class, and WIDA hour 7. So you need to share your share your project with me so that I can see your sources. Okay, so that is what you're going to be working on for today. If you have questions, please email me and I will be there to help you. So I really do want this to be something that you get to explore on your own and to enjoy. So pick something that you're interested in. Okay, thanks so much.